Good evening.
Please no.
I gotta open up the chat so I can watch it.
I, I,
Alright.
I don't subject you to this. Not forcefully, anyway.
Send help.
Oh god, send help for my ears.
Ah!
Everything is so loud and before it...
THX.
Yeah. Okay. The loud noises have been... They are gone now. Now they've just been replaced with the crowd.
Alright, we're not getting any video.
Oh, yes. I forgot to actually share it on Discord.
No, I'll just use the theater of the mind for this.
There we go. That should be better.
There we are. Back in sunny Constantinople.
Or Istanbul, depending on who you talk to.
Constantinople, I hardly Antinoble her.
So, I did a little bit of grinding. I currently have 68 bucks.
Did you blow it all on crossbows?
No, I never got enough money to afford a crossbow. I did unlock some more buildings, several banks, so we can actually get some more money now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, mostly I just did all the viewpoints. I think I've done all but one. Yeah. So the map is pretty much all uncovered. Oh, I bought a bunch of treasure maps. That's what I did. So we can collect treasures. But yes, there's one more viewpoint that I haven't done, which is in the Armitage. But I can't get in there. The gates are closed. And the wall is too high to climb.
Oh no. Yeah, sorry, the way you said, like, you got 68 bucks to me, it sounded like that was the total sum of your grinding.
I mean...
Just
yeah.
hundreds of hours to acquire enough money to buy Assassin's Creed at launch.
I don't even have enough money to bribe these heralds. Where is the nearest thing? Right there. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of... Mostly, like, most of the money that I got came from the treasure chests. Even, like, doing the viewpoints and the Templar unlock missions and stuff, you really didn't get any money from them. Even from like the main missions in this game, you don't seem to get a lot of money from them. Which that could change, but
Yeah, I guess it's... I mean, previously, kind of like the biggest source of money was investments paying dividends.
yeah. Oh, I bought a hammer as well.
Armed here? What's going on?
Ah, nice.
It is not a large weapon. I can't carry large weapons. But it is a hammer at least. A weapon to hit people very hard with. Oh, hang on. There's a treasure here somewhere. Is it up here? No, I don't think this is a treasure chest. No.
Watching this game is making me question my decision to keep all my valuable possessions on the roof.
That's a recurring pattern in all of these games. Oh, also, reloading the game has caused the women in this game to no longer be purple.
Oh, excellent.
So, I don't know what happened last time, but they are no longer glitched in that respect.
Then what's the point of even playing? We beat the game, clearly.
Oh, we have to promote one of our assassins, in this case Ahmed.
Ah.
He is now the leader of this den.
What's up, Ahmed?
Wow. Leaning against the bookshelf, arms crossed, this is maximum disrespect.
He's super cool. Too cool to be an assassin.
we have a problem. A great many assassins have disappeared in recent months, and I believe I know why.
Disappeared? Do you mean they have been killed?
I fear so, but there is no time to explain. Hide in the park west of here, and wait for me to arrive. You shall see for yourself.
Ahmed, you've been in charge for like literally 5 minutes, and they're all dead already.
He's not a great leader. He put all the money of the Assassin's Guild into his shoulder pads.
I mean, that's not a bad investment, I must say, but...
They do look pretty good.
Oh, come on, you're going up a ladder and people are freaking out?
Those were beggars.
That's... Ah.
I mean, he should be appropriate, sending that money to the appropriate cause, which is the Assassin's massive real estate empire.
It's true, although it's not nearly as massive in Constantinople, because I can't afford it.
That's the downfall of the Assassin Order. They actually forgot about the Templar War for like a couple centuries, and just got into real estate, and then the Templars got by surprise.
I mean, that's not a bad explanation. It would explain a few things.
Yeah. It did just occur to me there are probably like dozens of games in which the Templars just fail at everything, and then all of a sudden they just win towards the end. Or like win as in like this modern day plot where they were like no more assassins or whatever.
Oh, I don't have any.
Actually, is it that there are no more assassins or that they're all in hiding?
Sorry?
Modern day plot. What's the state of the assassins that aren't Desmond and Tekro?
We will meet some more of them. There is an organization of sorts. We don't really learn much about it, but it does exist. Gonna call our assassin. Our buddy. Yeah. They are still just as good as they were in the last game.
Huh.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yikes. This is gonna-
Fucking wrestler suplex to death.
Yeah.
There's a danger here I do not fully understand. You keep watch, and I will have a look around.
What if we get to where the assassins are going missing there, and we just find dozens of them posed like that, and there's just this wrestling ring in the middle?
Suspicious activity.
No one can be suspicious here but me!
Is that new?
The whole the eagle sense isn't new per se,
No, obviously not.
but it's got some new things.
Yeah, now it's detected.
like seeing
Yeah, I can actually
tutorial ghosts and past events and whatnot.
and you can actually there's a few points where you can actually scan NPCs if you hold it over them. Like when you're requested to find someone, then you need to scan them sometimes, and it's kind of neat, but it doesn't come up much.
runs with such speed.
I do appreciate
Ah,
the fact that the sound plays when he does it as well. The jump into the hay.
okay, that could have gone better.
Ezio,
Well, well,
Ezio at the Olympics. Only a guilty man runs at such speed. Starts chasing after them all.
Ezio, who gets stuck behind the ladder because he won't just go up it.
Yeah. He's old. He forgot how ladders work.
Wait a minute. If we catch this guy and he's running like a guilty man, what does that make us?
Oh, we're hella guilty.
Kicking his ass.
That's why Ezio knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Get him, Ahmed. Come on.
Oh, he used your trick. Oh,
Oh, okay. Not quite what I wanted to happen, but oh well.
I keep on What's the verb of juxtapose?
Juxtaposing.
Yeah.
Juxtaposing the intro cutscene to this combat.
Why won't you just stab him? There.
My pride is wounded, and now my heart is heavy. That man, his name is Vari. He was an assassin once.
He has obvious skill and a score to settle.
Evet, until that man is caught or killed, I fear none of us will be safe in this city.
And until you are properly trained, I will not let you go head-to-head with a killer as deadly as this man. Let us focus on further honing your skills first.
A random cut to this pigeon coop here.
Yeah, so I have to assume that, like, Assassin's Creed, like, by Assassin's Creed Origins, the first 10 hours of the gameplay are just tutorials of all the mechanics they have piled up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, why buy the city when we can buy the ocean?
Alright. Bursa. The Little Prince. Well, if we send him, he'll succeed, and he'll get 13,000 experience.
Do it.
It's holding my hand. It's forcing me to do this. Alright. Oh, hey, we can finally use the crafting table now. Maybe. No. Okay. There we go. I think this is the guy that we recruited. Radu. He's a footpad.
Ooh,
He can change
big
his-
axe though.
He does have an axe.
So how much more? Is there much more depth to this compared to the previous one?
I don't think so. I think there's more to the whole like Mediterranean defense thing. In that, like, remember the tower defense minigame?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's like the Templars will attack your holdings and you need to defend them, and if you don't, they fall back into the Templar control. It's just kind of busy work.
Yeah.
No money in the bank. As soon as those beggar women saw that I had no money in the bank, they all left.
Someone should teach you a little respect.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to show off. If I steal money from these women, and I just kind of like hang around, the women elect to fight me.
They will throw
I mean,
hands.
they will.
Shit.
They mean business. The other thing is
Didn't blame him.
the other thing is that Ezio has absolutely no qualms about beating the ever-loving hell out of these women.
Jump back to the first game. Ezio will never harm a civilian.
They attacked first.
After you rob,
Details.
you've turned this burglary into a robbery.
You have no reason to be up here.
Alright, I'm leaving. Uh-oh.
Whoop.
It's okay. I have medicine.
Let's see, this chugs of 5-hour energy, repairs his knees.
The weirdest thing about this game is every time it goes into one of those loading screens where it shows like Ezio standing in the void, it's the only game so far that places the camera at like a really low angle. So you've just got this really menacing looking Ezio standing in this empty void on every loading screen, and there's something about it that's just really off-putting.
Most entertaining.
Oh, I can't.
Oh my good
I
sir.
cannot hear
I
you.
don't suppose you are in need of a little.
You hear me now?
Now I can.
Oh,
It's
Alright,
like you were
so-
talking from another room.
Yeah, I have my mic up. So, I think that's intentional because, like, Esmond's in this, like, kind of purgatory-like state right now.
Oh, hey, we can recruit an assassin.
No, you could have recruited that guy.
Oh, well, he's dead.
Maybe one of these guys will join with you.
No, I think they're just gonna die. Like that.
Yeah, you're right. The waters of the Mediterranean are famously inhospitable to life. There's no way he can survive that fall 5 feet from the shore.
Nope. Oh, hey, I got some poison. Does that mean I have poison darts again? Oh, it does.
You're goofy as hell, but I kind of wish, like, if someone fell in the ocean, they'd get eaten by sharks.
well,
That's not this game.
from what I've heard.
Oh, that's certainly not to come inside.
Whoops. Sorry, buddy. So, if you look on the minimap, when we pass the guards, they all have yellow dots. I'm pretty sure that indicates that they are the Ottomans. Because the Byzantines are the ones who are the Templars. They show up on the map as red dots, because they're bad. The guards, the yellow dots will, like the yellow dot guards will still attack you if you commit crimes and whatnot, but it seems like they're a bit less hostile overall.
Oh, I did do some reading on, like, the Ottoman Empire and,
They slowed down at that age.
like, brief reading about this time period. And I also remember I watched AssCreed series on
Where's he from?
a character who's in this game from what I've read, but
Please, God, let me leave.
what was happening.
Sorry,
I'm not sure.
I killed a witness, so my notoriety decreased.
Excellent. I know.
I'm not sure that should really result in a net decrease in notoriety.
It's a bit puzzling, yeah.
Tio, are you suggesting that some of the systems may be a bit wonky?
Maybe just a little.
It's
Synchronization.
Damage.
Yeah.
Not that I can see. Byzantine Templars may be bad hosts, but are decent tenants. Once they capture a location, they like to keep it intact.
Because they intend to stay.
Que sin lincle. Well, as promised, if you want to learn how to craft your own bombs, I
Here
can
we
show
go.
you. Don't touch that. One wrong move and bang, the building comes down.
Are you serious?
The look on your face. Here, I'll show you.
Cool joke, bud.
But no, really, you can blow your hands off.
Yeah. Whenever crafting a bomb in this game, there's a 1% chance you just blow your hands off and can't use them for the rest of the game.
Nope.
No, see, but then you just get a whole hand of hidden blade.
We craft our bombs from a combination of three
man.
parts. The shell, the gunpowder,
Go,
and the
Ezio
primary
Scissor.
ingredient.
Yeah, like
Sometimes we add a few extras too,
Assassin's
for
Creed,
fun.
where you just have a
But we'll come to that later. For now,
advanced steampunk
focus on these
prosthetic
elements.
arm would be cool.
And at the end of it, like, Desmond's like, my god, I have cyborg DNA, and his hands turn to scissors.
Select fuse
Well, that's what they tell him. The truth was they just
There we go.
cut his arms off when he was asleep in the element.
Arabic gunpowder and shrapnel.
Want to prank Desmond?
Ooh. Tap Y to drop a bomb. Don't do that with the impact ones, probably.
Ooh.
That was a long fuse.
Oh man, what a dinky little explosion. Okay, that was...
Throw a bunch of them at once so the explosion looks bigger. It was like, this looks like a dinky little bomb, just puts it at his feet. I mean, to be fair, this is probably a realistic explosion, but we're not here.
Yeah.
Bomberman 2014?
2012, I think, is when this game came out. There we go. Excellent. There we go. We have crafted bombs.
You'll find many ingredients for bomb recipes scattered throughout the city. So keep your eyes open and your nose to the ground as you move about.
That should keep me busy. Grazie, Yusuf. Have you ever seen this book?
No, it's a journal.
See.
The Secret Crusade by Niccolo Polo. Marco's father?
I found this on a Templar in Masyaf. It mentions the 5 keys to Altair's library. Niccolo brought them here and hid them.
Ah, and the Templars know this, so it's a race against time.
They found one already, beneath Topkapi. I want to recover it and find the other 4.
So, where will you begin?
The old Polo trading post, I think. They ran a business in this area, no?
So my connection's not doing super hot,
Speak with a
but
man named Piri Reis in the bazaar. He can point you in the right direction. And teach you a few more bomb recipes, if you are so inclined.
can I make like a plot prediction here?
Sure.
Well, as someone who's played the great game Sly Cooper 2, my guess is that they're going to let Ezio collect all 5 so they can just swoop in and take them from him at the end. The Templars, that is, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
It's possible. These are the bomb
Which is,
achievements.
spoilers, what happens in Sly Cooper 2. So it kind of feels like that's what's gonna go on here.
It's like Cooper 2 an Ubisoft game?
Nope,
No,
I don't think so.
pretty sure it wasn't. I don't know who developed it, but I don't think
It was
Ubisoft.
Sucker Punch.
Nope. The Grand Bazaar.
Oh, that woman called you out there, so you gotta go fisticuffs her.
Not unless she swings first. Ezio is a gentleman.
He only beats up a woman if they try to take back what you stole.
I cannot afford the Grand Bazaar. I only need about 100 times the amount of money I have now.
Piri Reyes. I think I have seen some of your earliest work.
Reyes? Did Yusuf Tazim send you? That sounds like one of his exaggerations.
That's a name I haven't
He said
heard
you
in
could
a
show me
long
the location of Niccolo Polo's former trading post.
Ah, you must be that Floranzala he's been yammering on about. Lothario?
Ezio.
I don't hear the difference. Yes, the old Polo shop. It's just west of Hagia Sophia. Here.
Grazie. Yusuf also mentioned that you were the man to talk to about specialty bombs.
Ah, that man. He is a talker. A vet. I'm a navigator in the Sultan's navy. Currently on leave to study cartography. But through my soldiering, I've also gained an appreciation for artillery and explosives.
We made a new gimmick, and
if I
it's
serve the
bombs.
assassins well, it gives us an edge. I carry many kinds of bombs. For
Do
assassins
bombs
only,
stick
of course.
around?
Lethal, tactical,
No, not really.
diversionary, and a few peculiar cases.
They're pretty much
Well,
just a thing of
Everything
this
you see
game,
here is for sale.
like the hook
The
blade.
If you
important,
can prove you know how to use it first.
the important thing is
I
that
am
Ezio
eager
has
to
no
learn.
hobby.
Well, no one is stopping you. Just let me know.
He's like, oh shit, these bombs are awesome.
This is also the only Ezio game that does not have Leonardo in it.
Hmm.
I mean, for a
It's
pretty good
almost
reason.
kind of a shame.
Yeah.
But yes. It's almost like he was doing other things or something.
Yeah. Alright.
Or dead. I don't know how long he lived.
British gunpowder. Yeah, big bombs. What kind of bombs can we make? We can make blood bombs.
What do those do?
They make soldiers think that they are injured.
Interesting.
As opposed to the normal bomb, which will actually injure them.
I mean, I guess if you're feeling non-lethal,
Well, what it seemed
which I'm
from the
not even sure is a
description,
thing in this game.
By current projections, Ezio has decreased the current world population by like 20% on his own.
You can make gold
So you
bombs.
put the coins in this one.
Yeah. And they're not even coins. It's I guess it is pyrite coins, but they're still fake gold coins.
Yeah, they should just let you, I mean, spend some real money. You're going to have enough eventually.
Alright. We're loaded up on bombs.
I'm not sure the... Well, putting the fake coins into tripmine bomb is... Seems, I'm not sure how effective that is, but...
It attracts crowds, and you can use it to discard or distract guards.
I've got to get out of here. Let go of me.
Build friendship with this man by tag teaming this guard.
Yeah.
All friendships are built.
Fight for an honorable cause, Arkadashim. Not just your life.
If I can help others as you have helped me, I most certainly will.
I was gonna mention, because the currency in this game is denoted with like the A symbol. I looked up what it actually is, but now I can't remember what it was called.
Assassins.
I have 692 assassins.
Assassin block.
Does this amuse you?
No, it does. It is like it is the actual like currency of the time, but yeah, again, I can't remember what it was called.
I'll check.
It was like Akshay or something like that. The games are pretty good about that kind of consistency too, even if it's like a currency that I've never heard of before, or it doesn't seem like it would be.
Oh god, I don't know how to pronounce his accent mark. Oxy?
Mhm.
I'm sure of it.
Oxfit?
Hey, stop.
Where?
Just a moment of...
What are you doing? This guy is chasing me to the ends of the earth.
He's getting away. Must have been someone else.
I just wanted the treasure. Yeah. I can use that money to buy this blacksmith shop. reinvest.
We should probably lock dangerous idiots like him in cells.
If I can find this blacksmith shop, I think it's inside the bazaar.
Excuse for such recklessness.
The Grand Bazaar reminds me of that one location in the first Assassin's Creed 2, in I think it was Acre. It also had a Grand Bazaar that was very similar to this.
Hello.
Hello.
Apparently, the pronunciation is X.
Huh.
I'm sorry, what was that?
X.
Good to
Alright.
know. Also, in probably the strangest design decision of this game, purchasing real estate increases your notoriety level.
I mean, to a certain extent that makes sense. But
I
as a
suppose.
design decision, it's very odd.
Ezio really needs to stop collecting it right in person.
Though I remember, like for the past two, it seemed to hardly ever come up. Like you just tear down wanted posters as you're going through an area, and it.
Well, there are no wanted posters in this one.
Oh.
You actually need to work a little bit. You need to bribe the heralds or find the witnesses if you're if it's high enough. Wow. No one will know that I stole this money. It's also not a lot of money.
It was a bit of money and a bit of fake money.
Someone's stash of fake money.
There's meant to be a diversion from the real money, but then they forgot to hide the real money.
Yeah, it happens.
Seeing the seagulls on the roof reminded me, earlier today it was kind of funny. I was walking past this house that had a whole bunch of seagulls on the roof and a whole bunch of crows on the power line across from the seagulls, and then some bread lying on the ground in between them. And they were just yelling at each other over it.
Yeah.
Wow, he's got a sharp tail.
Oh.
Oh, fight breaking out.
Wait.
Yeah, the guards were fighting each other.
Okay.
Interesting.
Whoa. These guys in like the red and pink are the Byzantines. The other guys are the Ottomans. And they fight each other.
Therefore, this act shall earn you eternal damnation.
I'm very poor. These guys are also guarding money. I'm sure they won't mind if I just go around.
Incredibly poor peripheral vision, these guys.
Oh, hang on, that wasn't the money. That was the ingredient chest. Oh, there it is. Some of the icons on the map are kind of hard to parse where things actually are. Are they standing close enough? Nope.
Ooh.
Suplex.
Yikes.
They made it really forgiving with some of the with the counter kills with the hidden blade. It used to be a lot more difficult to land them properly, but it's really quite easy in this game. Whoa.
It's not all there.
I don't know what just happened there. Shot to the ground very quickly.
Buongiorno, merhaba. Please come in. Oh, excuse the clutter. I have not had time to tidy up since my trip.
You sailed from Rhodes, no?
See, how did you know?
We were on the same ship. I am Ezio Auditore.
Sofia Sartor. Have we met?
We have now. May I have a look around?
Prego. Most of my best tomes are in the back.
Ah yes, the woman that we struck out with earlier.
It is nice to meet another Italian in this district. Most keep to the Venetian Quarter and Galata.
Altrettanto. I assume the Ottoman war with Venezia would have driven most of you away.
I lived here with my parents when I was a girl. The war pushed us out, but I always knew I would return.
Scanning things.
Have you found anything interesting? Mio Dio! Who put that there? Incredibile. Where does it lead?
Why don't we find out?
Who are you, Messere?
Only the most interesting man in your life.
Ah, che presuntuoso.
A presto, Sofia. I will return in a moment.
He does look like that guy.
Yeah. A little bit.
Like an Ezio.
Here we go. Yeah, there's that low angle.
here. Do you know how long we've been searching this filthy cistern?
I've been here a few weeks.
13 months! Ever since the Grand Master found that damn key.
I hope.
But he hasn't got the clue what he's
Wasn't
doing.
Wasn't
All
there
he
that
knows is that
Destination
someone
Unknown
is
episode about
This
the
is a big city.
cisterns under
To
Istanbul?
Yes, and
What
they're
I
also
said.
for drinking water, so that's something you don't want if you're getting filthy.
Back to your post, Ayrtes.
Fascinating. Do not be detected. I will warn you right now, I am probably going to be detected.
Well, listen.
Well, so far so good.
Things down here. We'll find the key soon.
Ah, bomb ingredients.
Just what I love in my municipal water supplies.
Shrapnel. And a handy little bomb crafting station right here.
But what could it mean?
Look alive, huh? We'll pay you to wash the doors, not your feet.
Man, that guy's got a cool hat.
He does. The bombs that I have crafted are not particularly useful in this situation. However, I do have some other things up my sleeve. Like poison.
Where do they cut cloaks like that? Isfahan?
Nope, that ain't gonna work. Oh, there's a guy up there too. Alright, well the guy sitting there doesn't really seem to care that much about me, so...
So, so I got a question for you.
Hmm?
If you were to make let's say you were in charge of the next Assassin's Creed game, and but your budget's like that was like a tenth of like a normal budget.
Hmm.
What would you keep in the game and still have it like be an Assassin's Creed game? And just strip it down to the bare fundamentals. What would you say that the fundamentals of Assassin's Creed game are?
That is a good question. I mean, to some degree,
Also,
it's, you know, the assassin portion of the game. But at the same time, like, the parkour is a pretty big part of the Assassin's Creed games. Even though it doesn't really come up much, like, in a... it's mostly just like, yeah, it's like mostly platforming in like these kind of sections that are the parkour stuff.
I think what's definitely kind of core to the Assassin's Creed is the kind of historical city tourism.
Yeah, definitely.
Quite well armed, no?
Oh, that'll get people's attention. While this man goes crazy. And that guy too. Except that guy has a weapon, so he might actually hit some people.
yeah, I was just thinking this because like Ubisoft's other big open world series, the Far Cry, like you see any like given like clip of gameplay from that, and they're all like doing the same thing. They're running and gunning and shooting dudes, but just imagine like any given like clip from Assassin's Creed. There's like the parkour, there's walking around, but there's a lot of things you could be doing. Like the core mechanic, I guess, the assassinations isn't what most of the game is dedicated to. It's dedicated to other things.
Yeah, not really.
I don't see him anymore.
Oh, I apologize for my radio going off in the background.
Where do I know him
Alright,
You had a good chain going, but
hit some people
that
with
guy
my
just
hammer.
had to act weird.
I only think that guy was like, where I know him from, like, oh, it's those Equiz now.
Hit me. Thank you.
Hit me, Zara 2019.
Man, boy, they just splatter a lot of gore on your hammer, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost like some kind of hammer.
So that,
Okay. I don't really know what that kill animation was supposed to be, but I won't question it.
There's some chests.
They're all gunpowder stuff.
Oh.
Unless the chests are gold and not like the basket, like the rounded basket chest like that one here is, then they won't have any money in them. I found that out the hard way.
sick of this place. I really am. 8 hours of this film.
Oh.
A piece of
This water is not nearly as deep as I thought it was. I guess I could try crafting some different bombs.
for a second there, I thought that was a fuse box. Because of the shimmering.
Oh. Okay, so you get refunded the components. That's good.
Sound decoy, light smoke. Deterra powder. A lethal explosion designed to slowly poison anyone.
Question, have they made like an Assassin's Creed movie yet?
Yes.
Oh, man, I forgot that existed.
It's...
From what I understand, you're better off.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I have heard it is not good.
So you're saying is we have to watch it. I'm sorry, the stream is still going.
It is not actually relevant to like the rest of this. I'm pretty sure it takes place like it is tangentially related to the games, but not in any sort of direct way, like at all.
See, I
assumed it was a retelling of the first one.
I was only able to answer that question because I recently listened to some folk talk about the Prince of Persia movie.
Oh yeah.
Which also, not great.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal. A Persian.
Petros, make sure we have enough torches for the excavation. I'm tired of stumbling around.
No
in the
choice,
dark.
which was assuming that the Assassin's Creed video game was accurate to the games, and thus opposed to 40 minutes of just buying up real estate.
Mm. Okay, let's. Let's see if we can gas somebody. Gas bomb. I don't know if anybody actually... There we go. Or is that... No, that's the smoke screen. That's the deterrent bomb.
What is it this time?
That guy's not having it.
Another stranger.
There we go.
That guy is just so unamused by your pedestrian murder, Zara.
Dance party. That was a depressing dance party.
Rock till you drop.
Ooh, British gunpowder. That was a pretty good screen.
I wonder, do these games use like the notable stock screens? Does anybody ever Wilhelm when they fall off something, or
I don't think so. That guy screamed twice.
Oof.
I guess I have to take the long way around. The hook blade is pretty awesome when it comes to just traversing stuff.
So, is it just, do they replace it with something equivalent in future games? You said it's not coming back, or are you just stuck with the lesser mobility?
No, they don't replace with anything. It's just, it's here and then it's gone. I think they do improve the climbing animations a bit. They make some of them a bit faster, but they still don't ever bring the hook blade itself back, which is a shame. Because it just feels fun. You know what?
Can't see him anymore. Damn it! He's getting away. Wait a minute. Get down now. I've got no feeling about that man.
Wow, buddy.
This is why the Byzantine Empire fell.
I know I talked shit about the peripheral vision, but you were right in front of me.
Yeah, he was looking at me, and then he turned around and went like, I don't trust that guy. And then I stabbed him. Alright.
Yeah, that looked possible.
Yeah, oh well. The hook blade also just feels really good when you're dropping from something. And the it just lets you grab onto something, and just the noise it makes and everything about it just feels good. Load up on some bombs. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I also thought that was possible. It is the one downside with these exploration segments, is that a lot of the times the ways that look possible aren't always, because they're designed in kind of a linear fashion.
Yeah. Most of the time it's
There is
just
someone down here with us. Keep your eyes
figuring out
open
the intended
and
path.
your hands steady.
Yeah.
For a second there, this helmet, I thought he had like a samurai helmet. I was like, what the?
A little bit.
This game got really anachronistic. Can't wait for Ezio to fight Vikings.
Target located. He's walking in a circle. Take my medicine.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Do you see anything?
Smoke bomb.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, they said it a while ago, but now I'm just thinking about like Joseph's line about how the Templars go places. And now I'm just thinking like, what if like the Illuminati just like when in Deus Ex or something and they attack location, they just stayed there. Like they attack a Payless store and the Illuminati just owns that Payless now. Such a weird thing.
Where is he?
Alright, let's rumble.
Oh.
Alright.
Like, this game's take on secret societies is so weird to me because you expect them to be like hidden in the shadows and you only see like their henchmen and traces of them, but in this game they're just like hanging out on the street corner.
Well, I guess they're secret societies in the modern day, but
it's the
back.
Thing, part of it too is that like as the Templars started winning more, they just kind of cared less and less about actually being secretive.
Yeah, like especially in the first game, I mean Templars were, I guess, some of like Templars as a thing weren't secret, just that some people belonged to them was secret.
Yeah.
Secret.
Right, but there's like this isn't like a serious complaint. I don't want to litigate it too much. It's just it felt different when they were the Templars that had a secret underlying purpose, whereas opposed to these ones where there are no Templars in this time period, so they are very clearly up to something.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are the Byzantines are Templars.
Yeah.
But
oh, they actually go by the name Templars?
Yeah, they
Okay.
are Templar agents. But again, the next game actually fleshes things out, like between the Assassins and Templars, quite a bit in a fairly interesting way.
Huh.
One of the good things about Assassin's Creed 3.
That's the first good thing I heard about Assassin's Creed 3.
Hey, I've also heard you can climb trees, so
Yeah.
it's two things.
You can also hunt animals.
Okay, that's 3 things, but I'm going to count 2 as not the climb trees as a knock still, because my understanding of the problem is you can climb trees, but there are no like big cities anymore. So
Yeah.
they kind of had to do that.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
Disc of Eden.
Yep. Also, the Stick of Eden.
Oh.
I don't know what that was. Okay, good. It'll just kick us out.
Salve, Ezio. That took some time. What did you find?
Something that may interest you.
Oh, it was a map.
Mio Dio, che meraviglia. And here is my shop.
Look at the margins.
Strange symbols. And these are titles of books. Rare books. A few of these have not been seen for more than a millennium.
Niccolo Polo hid these books around the city. These maps should tell us where.
You're beginning to interest me. Vaguely.
Ouch.
From what I can tell, I need to find these 3 books first. They may contain clues to locate the rest of these.
Molto curioso.
Another was found beneath Topkapi Palace, but there is still time to reach the others.
Found by whom?
Men who do not read. Sophia, can you decipher this map? Help me find these books.
Can I borrow them when you are finished?
Because
We
I
will work
believe
something
in
out.
reading books instead of burning them.
Hey guys, do you want to like hear about my new Netflix series antagonist, The Men Who Cannot Read?
Yusuf,
Hey,
salute.
Yusuf.
Piri told me I might see you here. Did you find what you were looking for?
I believe so.
No quick time event to hug Yusuf.
This is one of Altair's 5 keys. A strange artifact.
I'll just hold it out here in public.
It is like nothing I have ever seen. We should keep it somewhere
Yeah, I
safe.
can't help but notice that
At our
Ezio
headquarters,
seems
see,
less
I
concerned
will.
with secrecy also.
What brings you this way?
I am coordinating with our allies today. The
If there's
thieves
like
in
a
the
certain
bazaar,
extent,
the
it's like,
mercenaries
I don't
near the
live here.
arsenal, and the Romanis in the Constantine district.
Yeah.
You are spread a bit thin, Yusuf. Let me speak with the Romanis myself. I have had so little contact with them in the past.
That would ease my mind. If you are in a hurry, you may travel by our network of tunnels. The air down there is a little foul, but the rats are no bigger than dogs. Have fun.
Grazie.
I've literally been doing that already, Yusuf. But thanks for the 400 bucks.
And now you're making some money.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of money from that little den that we just did. Let's see. What missions do we have? What is this? Oh, a Sophia memory. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna head over there. But I would also like to get some new duds if I can. I guess I'll go buy this tailor over here. The shops in this game definitely feel a lot more spread out than they were in Brotherhood, but in a way that like they're all kind of clustered in areas, but they also feel just spread out. It's a bit strange. Oops. There's money to be gained up here somewhere.
If they're gonna make you climb all the way up here, it should be a
There it is.
chunk.
Should be something, right?
We'll see.
Though, on
Okay.
the other hand, there are 100 chests.
This is one of the few times in video games where you hear this kind of music playing and it's not meant to be creepy. or sorrowful, or just this is just normal ass music because you're in your church.
Yeah. Perfect. I meant to do that. I will say that this game seems to have a pretty bad problem with pop-in. I have ran into the problem of random citizens popping in quite often.
Alright. Now, after buying the tailor shop, do we have enough to buy any clothes?
I think so. Yeah, we can almost afford all the colors except Byzantium red. Oh no, we're already wearing it. So yeah, we're good. We can buy anything.
Oh, excellent.
Bosnian indigo. Royal violet is pretty good.
Oh, I like the Caspian teal.
Yeah. Green teal. Doesn't really look that much different than our normal white clothes, although our sash is like the yellow now. Kind of matches Yusuf.
Yeah.
That's neat.
You've kept in shape.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Just take your 180 bucks.
And your bomb parts.
Okay, where is a thing? Up here, I guess. Every time I'm walking somewhere in this game, I always seem to be going in the opposite direction of where I need to go. You saw nothing. And this data fragment. What? There was... The birds lied to me. I see. It is incredibly rude to stand on someone's gravestone.
Just perch like an omen.
You are not a raven.
I don't know. You see Ezio, he foretells somebody's death.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, guys, I saw Ezio like hanging outside my apartment today. Is that bad?
Somebody.
Not necessarily you.
See you next time.
I must soon have
Yeah, got some money. We're making a decent amount of money from the banks.
Who would have guessed owning a bank was good for money?
It would be nice if just things just made money and then I could go to the bank and just take it out. While I was busy killing people. So this is the poor district, as you can probably guess.
Dusty.
Very dusty. Everyone is wearing less fancy clothes. Someone keeps yelling assassin. I don't know who that is.
Me.
I don't know. I wonder if he's yelling at you, if there's another assassin that you should be...
Alternatively,
helping
someone
out.
rode by him pretty quickly on a horse.
And that's true. Oh. Can't go that way.
Yeah, or like the future games are also as money obsessed as this game is, because a lot of things seem to be based around your income stream.
Oh, hey. These are the Janissaries.
Oh.
They got super cool masks on.
You can take them.
They are very strong. I don't think I can even counter kill them.
They remind me of those guys from Morrowind.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, they do kind of look like the oh god, what are they? Ordinators.
Are you canceling the stream now for Morrowind's stream?
Yeah. Oh, this guy doesn't fall over if I bump into him.
I have seen happier men at the gallows.
Elder Scrolls 6, Assassin's Creed 8,
Today
Dark
the
Brotherhood's
Byzantines
Creed.
stole half a year's worth of coin from us.
Mi dispiace. Can I help?
Perhaps. For centuries, my people have been slandered and insulted, labeled witches and warlocks. Well, so be it. We will not run from these lies anymore, but embrace them. Encourage these rumors, for it is better to be infamous than ignored.
I like the sound of that.
Here is my plan. Every man who touched that chest of coins must die, but discreetly, as if cursed by a pagan hex. The Romani curse becomes our blessing.
You start
Perhaps
believing
then
in
people will
ghost
leave us
stories.
be.
All right. Off we go.
Man. You don't usually have to kill anybody with deniability.
No, not really.
I need a vacation.
Usually, you kind of want people to be like, yeah, that guy pissed off the assassins, so a guy jumped off a building and stabbed him.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to go that way.
A lot of the areas of the city have very distinct visual identities. I appreciate that.
They do. They kind of went for like the style that they had in the first game, where there was like a rich district, a middle district, and a poor district. Except, since there was only one city in this game, they could kind of style them a bit more in depth.
Yeah, I dig the construction on these buildings.
Mm-hmm. Ladies.
This could be fun.
Get in the middle of it, too. No, he doesn't want to. He wants to follow. I guess this is the tutorial for this game's version of courtesans. Almost there.
I cannot believe
Poison.
How heavy this is. You want me to carry it?
What has taken you, Venus? Come down!
What is happening?
I like how these women just dance around me too. They're just having a good time.
Leave him. He cannot stay.
They have to script it so that he doesn't actually like die. He doesn't go through the whole animation of dying. He just drops dead after a second.
Yeah, he did kind of just... bump.
Somehow I still have 2 darts. I must have picked up some poison. No, it's literally not using my ammunition.
Is it the
Well, that's good, because otherwise...
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah, now this guy will just drop dead again, too. And there he goes.
These guys are very...
They're very
I expect
burly.
them to be freaking out a little bit.
They're preoccupied. They got a job to do.
Yep, we're gonna keep at it, even if every 5 minutes one of us goes over dead. I was a little worried you're gonna shoot the lady in front of you there.
I was wondering if I was gonna be able to let that happen, but I don't think you can.
I was a fool.
And plunk.
Alright, so the last guy freaks out probably.
Haha, the old tricks are always the best. Do be careful, Ezio. I hear that chest is cursed.
Where to, Belladonna?
This way. And stay alert.
Seriously, is the chest?
Have you heard the term gypsy?
Quite often, see.
Did you know that this word was born from the misapprehension that my people are from Egypt?
You find it offensive?
I find it funny. My people are from Eastern Persia and beyond. Yet, somehow we have become citizens of a land we have never seen.
People are quick to judge and slow to correct themselves.
People are stupid.
All the guards are scared of the chest now.
Ezio, the simplest answer is always the best.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like this chest?
And this is making me think of Mark of the Ninja, where you could terrify people with your stealth murder antics.
Yeah, it really makes me miss the fact. It makes me miss playing like Arkham Asylum and stuff, because it was basically this except with also fear mechanics. Assassin's Creed needs more ways to terrify people.
You should count it. Make sure everything is there.
Oh, you have our thanks, Ezio. And you can count on us from here on out. For anything. At any time.
Good to know. If I need, say, to borrow some money, I will ask you.
Unlock faction abilities. Oh, hey, speaking of chests. So I guess we need to do the Sophia memory next. I thought they were optional, but I guess not.
Most interesting.
Woo.
This fucking dude!
There he is.
Assassin!
Oh.
You have nothing to fear, Effendi. Your identity is safe with me.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Forgive my brash introduction, but I am an assassin in training myself. I am strong, fast, and quite a bit with the ladies.
That is a start.
How about a race?
Just can't look you in the
I will
face.
prove to you my skill. Say, to that spot there.
Oh, this is a race, isn't it?
Well, I could spare a
Don't
few
worry,
moments.
I will
Alright,
compromise.
go!
Except when I was running across the street yard of an assassin.
Where are we going? Okay.
I told you I was good.
Did you kill him?
No.
Because the race.
But anyway, this guy is too cool, and we can't let him like usurp us as protagonist.
It's true. If Ezio loses race, then he loses his life. It's the rules of Assassin.
Who gets to play as this guy from then on? And Desmond's like, I guess this guy is my ancestor now.
Why do you think this is Ezio's last game?
I mean, he said he's there with the ladies. Who are we to doubt the people?
Oh. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Bullshit! This is why you're not a hit with the ladies. Yeah.
Alright. Luckily, he's taking it easy on us.
Yeah, a little bit.
You are good, old man.
You have some natural talent yourself.
Yarman, who is this?
Ella, come. Meet my new mentor. I told you I was an assassin, my love. And to think you ever doubted me.
Merhaba, efendim.
We were just taking the air, Ella, and discussing tactics and such, no?
No, we were discussing when your training would begin. Sunrise, every day, at the tower. Understood?
Evet. Of course, mentor.
I think we just recruited an assassin.
Well,
To be fair, though, Ezio's probably thinking himself, yeah, when I was his age, I would totally have done that, too.
Ezio knows that he can begin as a total dipshit and rise up.
It's true.
Just needs to find the next Ezio.
Yeah.
Tell me, do you have a big family? Enough that you could spare a couple, you know.
Mentor, I need to go to a family reunion. My family is absolutely massive, so he puts that shoulder. You'll be a great assassin one day. What?
Black market dealer. No, he just sells bombs. He just sells bombs so that we don't have to actually craft them ourselves. Man of the people. Oh, hey, another bank. Don't mind if I do. Gotta spend money to make money.
Camera.
Yeah, the camera always goes a bit weird whenever the shop building thing happens. Okay, where are the tunnels? I can never find them when I want to. I guess I'm heading toward one.
Run for your lives! God, please help me now!
Excuse me.
Might have to deal with this one.
Are there assassin tombs in this temple?
I don't think so.
So what is our puzzle dungeon of?
I think we just did one.
Okay, so they're just kind of cistern areas.
Don't hold me to that, but I feel like that's what it is.
How's and Desmond's still hanging out in Purgatory.
Yep. Always.
Where he belongs.
He has killed a lot of people.
As is the fate of all North voice protagonists.
Well, I mean, I guess Desmond doesn't. I guess he's killed some people.
He's killed at least one, I know.
He was mind controlled. It doesn't count.
Nah, it does count.
Yeah. If you say so.
If you weren't being such a baby and being mind controlled, it wouldn't have happened.
I am not above. I am not above.
They all fucking said the same line.
I am not above a bit of stealing.
I mean, you're not stealing. I gave you the money. It's okay.
Me every Friday. Your paycheck, and you're just like, I'm not above a bit of stealing.
Go to the bank and just keep repeating those words.
You get a bunch of friends, so like one of them starts it, the other one behind you waits half a second and starts it.
Before. Just like the Apple of Eden, ancient technology from the first civilization.
Look into my eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah, spooky.
Oh.
Massive. In 1189.
Okay, so
Like, I look so concerned. So we're now playing as Desmond, playing as Ezio,
Playing as, yes.
Altair.
Are you hurt? Broken foot.
Let's go.
What is your name, brother?
Altair, son of Umar.
Umar. Oh yes. He was a fine man who lived.
Also, Altair has an accent.
Altair.
Altair, there's a battle going on in the
The
background.
enemy has overrun the castle.
You live. And Al-Mualim, where is he?
He was inside when the Crusaders broke through. We can do nothing for him now. Altair, we must fall back.
When I close the castle gate, flank the Crusaders in the village and drive them into the canyon.
You don't stand a chance.
Abbas, no mistakes.
okay, I guess there's at least, like, at the start of the game, Altair was at the height of his power, and then he had it all taken away.
Yeah. Nope. Don't lock onto him.
So do you have all the Assassin's Creed 2 mechanics with this?
Not all of them. We basically got what Altair would have had.
Okay, that's
so
good.
we've got we got one hidden blade, our weapon. We got 25 throwing knives, granted. So we do get a lot of those.
It feels like, why did this idiot cut off his finger?
I mean, they know why they did that. Although Ezio can counter kill. Or kill chain, rather.
Oh. Machi.
Yeah, I like that animation. The, like, jumping stab to the eyes. Let's climb. So yeah, they kind of marketed the game a lot as like you can play as both Ezio and Altair, and it's not really true, but it kind of is.
But Zara's the most important kind true. Technically true.
I mean, it's...
So I'm assuming there are either 5 or 6 Altair segments?
Yeah, it's...
One for each key.
Basically, yeah.
So is this before the events of the first game, or like during the prologue?
This is before. Al-Mualim is still alive.
Yeah, but this is like the prologue part where he fucked up and led the Templars back, or is this even before that?
It's
Must be even before that.
Yeah, I think it's before that, because this is basically like fully loaded Altair with all of his equipment. So this is right kind of before that happened.
And your mentor dies.
Oh no.
You will not leave this place alive, traitor.
No, you misunderstand. I am no traitor. But I cannot betray those I never truly loved.
Then you are doubly wretched, for you have been living a lie.
Wait a minute. Is this the traitor plot they never followed up on Assassin's Creed 1?
Might be. Oh no.
Now you call on your lapdog to protect you? You disappoint me. Why not share what you have learned with everyone, like a proper assassin? Why not share with your brothers the true extent of your ambition? Where is your sense of fraternity?
Can't believe you broke the bro code.
Damn it! I can't speak him anymore. I know that man. Another good man dies and still you say nothing. I am surprised. You taught me many things, Al-Mualim, but patience was not one of them. Speak now, or I will cut out your tongue that you may speak no more!
So did they like automatically kill you guys as you get closer?
Get him!
I think I went the wrong way.
That wasn't very well signposted.
No, not really.
Now you call on your lapdog to protect you? You disappoint me.
It does have the
Why not share what you have
like
learned with
the
everyone,
timer
like a
noise in
proper
the
assassin?
background.
Why not share with your brothers the true extent of your ambition? Where is your sense of fraternity?
Oh, well.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't an optional "don't be detected." That was mandatory.
Yeah, it's. I literally didn't know that guy was there because he wasn't there last time. Okay, watch. Oh.
Now you call on your lapdog to protect you? You disappoint me. Why not share what you have learned with everyone, like a proper assassin? Why not share with your brothers the true extent of your ambition? Where is your sense of fraternity?
Yeah, where is it?
Not here. Aha. Although Ezio could not do this in the last game. Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be a good way to actually... Oh, there we go. Maybe. I don't know if I can get up there.
Another good man dies and still you say nothing. I am surprised. You taught me many things, Al-Mualim, but patience was not one of them. Speak now, or I will cut out your tongue that you may speak no more! He doesn't quite fit in.
Yeah, get him, Al-Mualim.
You put too much
it's
faith
back.
in the hearts of men, Altair.
Yep.
The Templars know the truth. Humans are weak, base, and petty.
No. Our creed is evidence to the contrary.
Perhaps I am not wise enough to understand, but I suspect the opposite.
But yeah, I'll tell
How
you.
is the Creed
I
up?
am too wise to believe such rubbish.
Well,
I don't know. It's a good question.
I guess it's saying that when everything is permitted and you still do good things, it proves that humans are good.
You offered him a chance to salvage his dignity. Why? No man should pass from this world without knowing some kindness.
What?
But he shunned your graces, as was his right. Altair, I have
This
watched
is,
you go from a boy to a man in so short a time.
I would have
It's not
With
expected
as
a
much
lot
sadness
like-
as pride. You fit your father's shoes as if they had been tailored to your feet.
Wait, isn't like he gonna fuck up horribly in like
I
a
did not
minute
know
or
him
so?
well as a father.
Shh.
He was an assassin, above all.
Altair doesn't
You
know
too
that.
were born into this order. Do you regret it? How can I regret the only life I've ever known?
It is
You will
I,
find a
Altair,
way
the
in time.
human being.
And it will be
With
up to
no
you to
character
choose the
complete.
path you prefer. Come, my boy, and ready your blade. This battle is not yet won.
My favorite part, though, is that originally in the first game, Altair did not have an accent because of Animus, but now he does.
It's better.
Because people complained, and it didn't make any sense.
So they contain recorded memories.
And
So no,
because
this one's the better animal.
These
Yeah.
ancient
Fine.
seals.
Well, it's because
But what is Altair
after
trying
the
to
first
tell
game,
us, I wonder?
they did Ezio, who did have an
What does he
accent,
want
and
the
everyone
future
was
to
like,
know,
"Well,
or to learn?"
this doesn't make any sense."
They just give Altair like a Brooklyn accent.
See,
Hey, it's me, Altair.
I think Altair was way too nice in that for
Yeah.
being pre-AC1. Because, like, at the very start, he was a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Doesn't really make a
getting
lot of
at.
sense.
They were definitely trying to, I don't know, make him look better in this game a little bit.
Like,
I
that
mean-
was a free character arc.
Altair is an unreliable narrator in his recorded magic memories. He's like, yes, I did this in a nice, dignified way.
No, that old man from the beginning of Assassin's Creed 1 said some really mean things to him that just really set him off, and he was in a bad mood for the rest of the game.
Okay, when it's that short a drop, it's a little over the top. I wonder what's the shortest drop you can get that off of.
Probably that.
Yeah, I would think about
I don't
that.
know.
If you walk into like one of those bushes or the haystacks normally, you'll just automatically jump into it. Like if you're too close, you just gravitate toward them.
It's like a black hole. I'm getting serious safe room vibes from Evil Within 2 right now.
Oh, was that a Janissary? No, that's just a guy with a gun. Janissaries also have guns. They have pistols, and they will, like, fight you in melee combat and also shoot you.
I wonder what the Ubisoft take on survival horror would be. I don't have that. I wouldn't have that high expectations for it, but
Ahmed has been promoted to Assassin, 5th rank.
it's supposed to charge his assassin's fees.
And
they
the
want
news
to
of the
promote.
Traitor Valley. Have you found him?
He found us, Minto.
I love this guy's giant shoulders and tiny cape.
Now Wally is demanding that we hand over our property to the Templars.
No. Do not negotiate with men who use hostages as leverage. We hunt them down, and we eliminate
Yeah, I love
Then we should split up and
beefy
search
assassin.
Galata now. We have little time to waste.
I wonder how he kills people. Poisons them.
Oh, there's that guy selling that rug again.
Can we buy that rug?
We can't. Sadly.
Why are we playing this game?
We can buy books.
That's not a rug.
No.
You know, I kind of wish we could buy like rugs as wall hangings. That's like, you know, the iconic Persian rug thing.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice if you could like decorate your assassin hideouts.
Assassin's Creed interior decorator.
I mean, I would do it.
Yeah, just cross out, you know, borrow from Animal Crossing, the other AC game.
The only thing we kill is bad fashion.
Assassin's Creed, happy home designer.
Okay.
I know that man.
Oh.
Hold, stranger! Hey, you there! Stand up! Hold on! Wait a moment!
These guys really want me to just hold up.
Hold, stranger! That could get out of hand.
That didn't really work.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
Oh, there
What
we
you
go.
gonna do when they come for you?
They wandered into the smoke clouds.
Desmond's gonna have an episode of Cops at some point, isn't he?
Hey, boys. Ouch.
Oh.
It's really mean of them to put guys like just out of range of the dual assassinate thing when they're standing next to each other. Also, another thing about the okay, the pikemen is that you cannot counter kill them with anything other than your fists. Even the hidden blade won't work on them.
Huh. They're just too far away?
It's, yeah, just kind of an arbitrary little thing. Even
Yeah,
even when you also have a pole arm, you can't do it.
I guess Encasia is a game balance thing.
Yeah,
Just
it makes fighting them way more
Was
annoying.
it Vali who did this to you?
Mentor, forget me. You have fallen for a ruse. He captured me to draw assassins away from our headquarters. He will be on his way there now.
Gasp.
Well, it's Weast.
But who was phone?
Quite the athlete, the old man.
Already collected that treasure chest.
Sorry for making that reference to my body, so I'm just turning to dust.
Oh, nice.
What is this? Oh, that's the doctor. Perfect. Exactly what I need right now. It's a very respectable doctor.
I can also land foils.
Ooh! Get some lancing.
Yeah. Fill up on poison.
Fill up on poison. Boil your dinner.
I mean, yeah, he's a doctor. He sells poison.
That reminds me, you know the doctor gets some poison.
I mean... There's like a saying about the poison is the dose. I forget exactly how it's phrased. The dose makes the poison? But anyway, I mean, probably, you know, maybe slightly medicinal if you take the correct amount. Well,
I mean, a lot of remedies from back in the day were literally poison, just in small doses.
and sometimes large doses, because
Yeah.
we're willing
You're a
to
canny
try
soldier,
whatever.
Ezio, but you alone are not enough to save this city.
Shoot him!
We will give you a small amount of poison, followed by a large amount of poison.
Yeah. Good teamwork.
Nice.
Once your creed was as vital to me as air and water. But when the Turks marched into Wallachia, and you assassins did nothing to stop it,
We are truly training our apprentice.
to believe. If a man's philosophy does not let him protect his people, his home, and his family, what good can it do for the world?
Peace be with you.
But that guy actually had motivation.
Oh no. It's the end of a sequence. I gotta hide. The world is about to collapse.
No. It's like Spawn's making the world a flight intro.
Claudia, I am now in possession of one of the Masyav keys.
Loud Ezio.
And better still, I've discovered a map,
His voice is
encoded
in my
with
head.
signs and symbols, which I believe will lead me to
Wait,
the
that was the
remaining
plot
keys.
point?
Its full meaning is a
Yeah.
mystery to me, but I am thankful to have met a Venetian woman willing to help me decipher it. I must not overstate my successes. The Templars still hold one key hostage, and if I am to recover it, I may need more help than the assassins can provide. If I can make a friend in the Ottoman court, my access to the secrets of this city will improve greatly.
And now we get into the political intrigue of Assassin's Creed Revelations.
But we're not yet at the space political intrigue.
No.
The alien intrigue.
Exactly.
For some reason, the sense word political intrigue in Assassin's Creed made me just think of doing a bunch. We have to do a bunch of fetch quests.
Not really.
A pleasant surprise, Ezio. We should trade stories if I'm not dead by this time tomorrow.
Is there a chance of that?
We learn that the Byzantines are planning to infiltrate Topkapi Palace now that Prince Suleiman has returned from his Hajj. If they do strike, it will be tonight at a cultural exposition the prince has organized.
So what is our plan?
Kardashim, this is not your fight. No need to snare yourself in the Ottoman affairs.
The Byzantines found a key beneath Topkapi Palace, and I would like to know how.
Ezio, we want to protect our Shehzade, not interrogate him.
Trust me, Yusuf. Just tell me where to go.
Topkapi's main gate. We plan to dress as entertainers and walk right in.
I will find a disguise and meet you there.
And so you're the head of the assassins. Just order them to give you a disguise.
Listen, he's the new guy in town. Even if he outranks him, he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. Oh, but now you got 2 bars of murdering help.
They're all so judgmental here.
Aha, you see that? I did the old inside the wall dodge.
Everything is permitted, Ezio says as he walks backwards through a solid object. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, that one was
Gnarly.
nasty.
Curiosity, what's this game rated?
M. Pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe it's just
For a second, it looked like you were just floating in midair.
Ezio has learned the power of flight. This is what his old age has taught him.
Okay. Yeah. AC2 is M, and I assume the rest are going to be the same.
Yeah. There's enough swearing in AC2 that I think that did it.
You know, it occurred to me, like, being in an M-rated game isn't like considered the same impediment as like being an R-rated movie for sales.
Not really, no.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, even an R-rated movie isn't really that much of an impediment. It's the NC-17 is the one that everyone is terrified of.
Like, I know there's kind of like, I guess it depends on what kind of movie.
I'm just bringing this up because I recently read like they had canceled like a Guillermo del Toro Mountains of Madness at one point because he wanted to go for an M rating and they wouldn't let him. Or R rating. Different standards. Which is
No, it was an M rating for a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that
Minstrels from Italia. I am going to enjoy
there was some accepted wisdom that Deadpool went and just shattered when it did well as an R-rated superhero movie comedy.
So, remember the minstrels from the last games?
Bind thy wounds, nobles.
Oh my god! Is that guy trying to like... What?
we need disguises. So now we get to beat the hell out of these minstrels.
For a second there, I didn't recognize them as assassins, so I thought these were just two random dudes walk out of nowhere to carry off.
So, in the Spider-Man 2 video game, there was all sorts of side quests that would just pop up while you were around the city. And one of them was a kid crying very loudly because his balloon he had let go of it.
I remember that kid.
So you would have to go and climb up the walls in what was kind of a weird, finicky way with the camera to try and catch it. And then someone made a Venom video game, and one of your first quests is to eat a child who has lost his balloon. So it's just kind of making me think about that annoying NPC revenge, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Ezio even said that.
For a second there, because like the first time you did that, the blood first made me thought you'd use your hidden blade to just murder these poor bards.
It did look like you killed them.
I can't actually like air assassinate them, but.
You can I see that punch animation again?
Nope, I stole this guy's body.
Yeah. Now, trying to think of other notable instances of that. Like, I know a little bit of one in Diablo 2, when you find Wirt's body and just get a mountain of gold out of his prosthetic leg.
Oh yeah.
My blade is too conspicuous in this outfit. Are you armed?
Monsieur le deal. You mark the targets, and we will take them out.
Dark Souls. Someone in Dark Souls 3
You know how to play that thing?
really hated the
I learned a
Lyris
few
bit from
chords
Dark
when I
Souls
was
2.
young.
When were you ever young?
Now we have become what we hate.
Well, you're wrong. If you gaze into the loot long enough, the loot gazes back into you.
This courtyard is closed to the public. Turn around and start walking.
Perdonate, buon signore. We are this evening's entertainment.
Any old Gerzek can carry an instrument around. Get lost.
Press any.
I beg you.
You sound like a dying cat.
Constantine's corpse would turn.
What is this?
And would stumble the
There, Batson.
A minstrel's song, I've heard them say, brings maidens
What
by
are
the
you
score.
doing?
But luck deserts me when I play.
Ekala,
Hasten to the
go
door.
in and bother the guest with that noise.
For a second there, I thought you were just gonna say, "You want fuck this?" and you just beat up the guards and enter.
There's another up close look at the Janissaries. Oh, he's freaking out a little bit. I'll just leave him
Don't worry
alone.
about it.
He's alright. Just gonna walk through this water over the fruit. Don't mind us.
Inconspicuous.
Alright, let's pick a random guy and just bug him for like an hour.
That is mighty impressive.
That is rogue physics.
Are you a Templar killer?
Just tell me.
I sing in Italiano, you understand no word. But my Greek is non-existent, and my Turkish is absurd.
Ezio seems like he's having fun, at least.
Yeah.
If there's one thing he loves more than murder, it's whimsical.
Once was a man named Lucio, a rat with lecher's taste. Whenever he would show himself,
now I know how it feels.
would find his face.
Okay, can you mark that Jasnair to kill him later?
Oh, I'm sure I will be killing plenty of Janissaries later. I guess. Oh, it's her.
Vierio, Vieri, gets he of Patsy fame, was just as mad as his old man. Did just the same.
Just dumped her down the well. No mercy.
This courtyard is clear. But I do not see Prince Suleiman. Follow me.
Fair Lucrezia could not sate her appetite for lovers, but I suspect she would be fine with 2 or 3 more brothers.
Now this
Dang.
is a celebration.
God damn.
Suleiman, the Sultan's grandson and governor of Kef.
Hey, remember that guy that we met on the boat?
17.
We met on the ship. He told me he was a student.
He's the Sultan's grandson.
And who is that?
His uncle, Shehzade Ahmed, the Sultan's favored son. He is grooming himself for the Sultanate as we speak.
Sheriff, Solon is up.
But one fact about the Ottoman Sultan.
We have more Byzantines to find.
When the current Sultan dies, everyone, all of his children who are not the heir get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, the beauties of Firenze can melt a heart, you'll see. Beware the
Such an
girls of
exotic
Roma, lest fire you wish to be.
Great.
Ezio's song.
And so is the implication that no one is actually understanding what he's singing?
I mean, probably.
We should speak soon.
I can't believe I stand here and seeing my time I waste.
Hayırlı akşamlar.
You who
I hope you
sit
are
and
enjoying
smile at me sincerely have no taste.
Can we keep this out for the entire game?
I wish.
It seems like something that should let you just, at least like, in the post game or something.
her leisure. She said it's strictly business. Such business was my pleasure.
Let's see those stupid songs.
Big group of people.
Yeah. Gotta scan them all before they attack the prince.
Proud Romagna's Iron Lady, a rose of tempered steel, could raise the ardor of a corpse and teach a stone.
Give your family my
Suikastya! Clear the courtyard! Shehzadeh Suleiman, take cover! Follow them! Ezio!
Our cover is blown.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck this loot.
Oh, jeez. We assassinated him with our with our loot.
Did I say that right?
Well enough. I hear you are a governor, too. Is there anything you do not do?
I do not talk to strangers. I am Suleiman.
Ezio Auditore.
Shehzadeh, are you injured?
Who is your captain, soldier?
Tarat Balete, he is away on an errand.
Clear this body and send the guests home. Then summon Tariq to the divan.
Baş üstüne, Shehzadeh.
Tariq Barlete is a captain in the Janissary Corps, the Sultan's elite soldiery.
They guard the Sultan, but not his family.
Not very well, evidently. Ezio, do you have some time to spare? I would like your opinion on something.
I will, once I change out of these rags.
Guzel, meet me when you are ready.
Well, you saved me from an assassin, so now you're part of my inner circle.
I mean, it's a pretty good way to earn somebody's trust, I guess.
Ooh, got a lot of money in the bank.
Thanks, Camilla.
So the weird thing about this is that the mission requires us to go in here to meet Suleiman, and like supposedly we're like on good terms with him, but the whole palace is still off limits.
Every time you visit Solomon, just kill all the guards here.
I mean, you don't have to kill all of them, but you are trespassing, and I'm pretty sure that never changes. The palace is always like this.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to advertise the fact that I was inviting the leader of the assassins to my house.
Yeah. That's fair.
No. Just open up the president's like visitor logs and you just see Joe Illuminati written in there.
Gasp. Although there's
It's
not
me,
a lot of
Joe Illuminati, leader of the Illuminati.
at least the one nice thing is that there's not a lot of guards around here. Not yet, anyway. I might eat those words.
At the end of the game, it's like one of those Skyrim mod. It looks like someone just spawned in like 100 guards with like Skyrim command prompts.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Suleiman, I hope you don't mind that I'm stealing all of your money.
All 40 bucks to the Turkish, the Ottoman Empire had.
A bit.
So,
it's a data fragment.
I guess obvious thing, Suleiman is in fact a real person.
Yep. He is very famous. He was a pretty big deal.
And I'm trying to wonder why I'm like saying I shouldn't say anything. One hand, I think I shouldn't say anything. The other hand, I'm thinking, am I trying not to spoil his history? What?
I'm pretty sure Suleiman was one of the characters you could play as in like Civilization 5. I want to say.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll just go in. This is Suleiman the Magnificent.
Ah, Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure how many Suleimans there are, because everyone's heard of that one.
Yeah.
And his giant hat.
And he ruled over the Ottoman Empire at its height, and he was responsible for the farthest into Europe expansion the Ottoman
I have
Empire
arranged a
did.
meeting with my uncle Ahmed.
So is
and
this
the
taking
Janissary
place
captain,
sort of
Tariq
before
Barnate.
or after
The Janissaries are loyal to my grandfather.
the sort of whole
But they have lately become angry over his choice of the
switch
next sultan.
between Constantinople
The Janissaries
to...
prefer my father.
It's like
Selim.
immediately
You are in a
before.
tough spot.
Okay, so part of the game is dealing with
Yeah, it's basically
I
like
hoped you might know.
the majority of the city has fallen,
Would you be willing to help me find
but
out?
not
I am
all
tracking
of
them
it.
myself.
There's still a little
I
bit
can
of the
help you,
Byzantines
as long
holding
as our
out.
interests run parallel.
But
See,
take what
yeah.
I know a little bit
There is a
about
hatch
this,
at the top of that tower
but
which
my
leads to a secret
knowledge of
room.
it is very skewed
Go there.
because
Wait
it was from
and watch.
the fantasy novel, wherein the takeover was done mostly with mechs.
No, in actual history, what happened is someone forgot to lock the doors to Constantinople.
As you do.
I think if I recall, that is actually how the siege ended, is someone just forgot to lock the front doors to the city one day. It's during the siege, so the Ottoman Emperor was just like, "Huh?"
It was an
mind
odd
if I
series
do.
of books I read this in. It was basically what would have happened if instead of just coming up with the idea for evolution, Charles Darwin had figured out how to mutate things.
I think I've seen some like artwork of maps from that series.
And also at the same time, Europe figured out how to make giant robot walker mech.
Yeah, I've seen like someone like draw like stylized maps of that like setting, and it looks pretty crazy.
It's weird.
But yeah. So I guess Suleiman bin Yusuf, yeah, he was Sultan after this. Probably truly by the end of this game, he's going to be Sultan.
Yeah.
Rolled over the empire in its heights. And an interesting thing I learned is like there's this narrative going around that after his death, the Ottoman Empire began its long decline. But it actually was more or less stable. Like it wasn't going through decline. Even like.
And to think that today your Janissaries were outshone by an Italian lute player. Preposterous.
An inexcusable failing, Effendim. I will conduct a full investigation.
I will conduct the investigation,
All
Tariq.
these guys' clothes.
For reasons that should be obvious.
Evet, Shehzadem. You have your father's wisdom.
And his impatience. Uncle, I am relieved to see you safe.
Likewise, Suleiman.
I love
Allah
that they depict Suleiman in this way,
Tariq
and that
Bey.
he is like one
A
of the
word.
most successful rulers of all time, and he
What was the
looks
purpose
like
of this attack, I
some
wonder?
teenage
To make me
nerd.
look weak? An ineffective steward of the city? If you are the hand in this
Okay, for a
mess,
second there.
you have made a grave mistake. My father has chosen me as the next sultan, not my brother.
Ahmed. I am not depraved enough to imagine the conspiracy you accuse me of.
What have I done to earn such contempt from the Janissaries? What has my brother done for you that I have not?
May I speak freely?
You'd better.
You are weak, Ahmed. Pensive in times of war and restless in times of peace. You lack passion for the traditions of the Ghazi, yet you speak of fraternity in the company of infidels. You make a decent philosopher, Ahmed, but you will be a poor sultan.
I mean, looking at paintings of the guy,
Show yourself out.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Probably pretty reasonable for what he looked like.
No, yeah.
Okay.
There are descriptions of him being like basically exactly what he looks like in this game.
Quite a family.
Your uncle lacks
It's just
sway
I
over
thought,
the men
I
who
thought
assume
Suleiman
command.
was going to order
Tariq
that
is a
like
hard man.
guy killed
Proud
judging
and
by how he
capable,
was
but
acting. in that
ambitious.
cutscene.
And he admires my father greatly.
I mean, he is
He
17
failed
in
to
this
secure
game.
this palace against the Byzantine invasion. That alone is worth our attention.
Precisely.
Where should we
So hang
flee?
on, I'm a little,
For now, keep an eye on Tariq and his Janissaries.
again,
They
in
spend
my
much
sort
of their
of
free time
lacking
in and around
knowledge.
the bazaar.
I will start there when I can.
Is Ezio here on the side of the people trying to keep Constantinople, or
He's with the Ottomans who are trying to take over the city, or have taken over the city at this point.
who are trying to make it Istanbul?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the same sort of in the books. That was also presented as the sympathetic good guy side.
Yeah, I think at this point the Byzantines were kind of just jerks in general.
There was a reason that they were the origin of the word Byzantine. Too, but
well, isn't there also a little, like, I don't know exactly, but isn't there some element of taking the city back as well?
No.
No?
No, this is like Constantinople has been the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire for like over, I don't know how long at this point, like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Like this like the Byzantines are the last remnant of the Roman Empire,
basically.
All right.
So if anything, it's the Byzantines who are trying to take back House of Noble.
Yeah.
I've never been particularly good at history or geography, so it's neat to learn things like this.
That's part of the reason I like playing these games. They kind of spur me to learn about things that I wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah. Also, Suleiman the Magnificent is kind of a dick, so that's why I was kind of expecting to order that guy murdered. Him.
As far as I remember, he's like really a sympathetic character in this game.
Because like I know like Suleiman in real life eventually had one of his own sons killed. Like invited him to because he was worried about being overthrown, which is a bit weird since the son was already the crown prince. But
well, listen,
he invited him to his tent.
He wasn't the crown king.
Had his Jazzaniers killed. And I also have heard there's something about his his second wife was instigating that too because she wanted one of her sons to take the throne and not get murdered when he died.
I've played enough Crusader Kings that I know these are all valid ideas.
But anyway, one of the more interesting things I said read about Wikipedia was the general idea was after Suleiman died, the Ottoman Empire went to a long decline, and it's interesting that's generally explained for why the empire stopped expanding. But I think it was more Europe just was more unified after that point, and the decline of the empire didn't really start until the 1800s with industrialization. When it actually started going legitimate decline, but I think apparently there was this literature, this branch of literature that just complained about the empire constantly. Which they did that even during Suleiman's reign, but after the siege of Vienna, when the Ottomans tried to take the city of Vienna and got absolutely crushed, this was 1670 something, I think. They got absolutely crushed. Europe. I think the Europeans started looking for a reason for why the Ottoman Empire was comparatively so weak now, and that was the excuse they settled on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But by World War I, the Ottoman Empire was definitely just a complete a zombie empire at that point, on the verge of collapse. They couldn't administrate the territories. There had already been one internal revolution. Because I read this book about Lawrence of Arabia, and they basically described the Ottoman Empire as just this dying, diseased empire that only didn't collapse immediately once World War I started because everyone in that war was an idiot.
Yeah.
Now we're completely off topic, but there was this one part. There was this battle in World War I, originally led by Winston Churchill, where the British were planning on invading the Ottoman Empire. So I don't know how much of a bias is from Wagner's part, but they mentioned British intelligence had identified this one port in the city, very lightly defended. It was it later turned out the the unit stationed there were Arabs who really wanted to revolt against the Ottomans. So they just attacked there, they probably would have just knocked the Ottoman Empire out of the war early. But instead, they attacked this other point on this like peninsula, and their plan was to sail up the river and just take it out. So they brought this navy fleet. So they started bringing it up the river, and then they hit some mines. So that like blocked the passage forward, and they couldn't go any further. So instead of abandoning that plan, the British did what the British do and doubled down on it, and brought in land forces to invade the peninsula and take it for them. And so there were a bunch of Germans and Ottoman troops there, and the British, for whatever reason. All right, so let's say you're invading like a peninsula. Where do you start the invasion?
Presumably at the end of the peninsula.
Well, so like they start at the end of the peninsula, which was a dumb idea because then they'd have to fight through literally every like fortification built on that island to get to the end of it.
That's a good point.
To the point where when the German forces that were like the German commander who was like overseeing the entire thing received word that the British were attacking, didn't believe the reports were accurate because he didn't think the British would be that stupid to attack over there.
Jeez. What? Hey, that's not fair. I have made a lot of people very upset.
Anyway, that's my attempt at history, and I imagine I've got a lot of that wrong.
Well, I can't. I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna fight with a new axe. Uh-oh, that's a Janissary.
Wait.
Oh. Axe's shit.
I guess axes beat Janissaries.
I wonder how Suman feels about you just murdering his dudes.
Wasn't me.
You are highly notorious.
I should. There's a witness over here, though.
I don't want to die.
They should have kept the posters, but only like the more higher your notoriety is, like the more accurate they look.
There we go. Problem solved. And I'll bribe this herald while I'm here, too. You got a cool hat, buddy.
Well, that's certainly audacious.
Excuse me.
Has he lost his mind?
I also hate the fact that it doesn't erase your marker off the map when you actually arrive at your destination.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's a prompt. Ezio Auditore is Murder Banksy.
Has he lost his mind?
Murder Banksy describes like 3 different characters in the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah, it's extremely true.
The strings of fate have drawn us together. 2 Italiani, lost and alone in the Orient.
Yeah, I wonder if this woman is important somehow.
Magnetismo?
I feel many things, Messere. Nausea above all.
Is this man bothering you, Sophia?
Excuse me, Messere, but the lady and I are... Oh! Oh, il diavolo in persona! Stay back!
Duccio, a pleasure.
Run, buona donna! Run for your life!
Who was that?
Un cane. He was engaged to my sister many years ago.
And what happened?
His cazzo was engaged to 6 others.
Huh.
Chiedo venia. So what brings you to these docks?
I took a break from my work to retrieve a package, but here they claim the captain's papers are not in order, so I wait. Che seccatura. I could be here all day.
Let me see what I can do. I know a few ways to bend the rules.
Do you now?
See, I will meet you back at your shop.
So is there a reason we're doing this besides Ezio is horny?
She's helping us translate things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the library lady. She knows how to do the book.
She's decoding the maps and helping us find the books. Oh. Come on, Ezio.
Ezio, I think you should have died from that. You landed right on your neck.
Nah, he's alright. He's fine. Their treasure, it's up on the wall.
Zip line.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that there.
Alright, now we're playing Black Flag. Let's go.
Not yet.
Oh, I guess we're not.
You guys are very suspicious about my cloak.
I don't know about that cloak of yours, Zara. You know, that's...
Too many guards. There we go.
You know, I imagine that the ocean water next to a major city like this might not be the cleanest water.
Oh no, absolutely. The sewers
Good.
just run right into it.
Yeah, good lord, no.
Well, I guess some defense there probably aren't any sewers yet.
I don't know, man. We were in them earlier.
No, sisters are restoring water.
Let's see.
I think at this point in time, like, most, like, sewage was just throw it in the street.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, in
Like, if you-
like Renaissance Italy, I know it was.
Yeah. Like, there was a reason everyone was dying of disease at this point in time. Like, I remember, like, in Romeo and Juliet, they were, like, referring to, like, the wall in the center of the street, and that's because, like, the center of the street was where all the filth ended up.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine with, like, an ocean nearby, there are definitely people who just carry it to the ocean and dump it there. So...
Very carefully trying to scan whatever that thing is.
And I don't think sewers existed until, like, the Industrial Revolution.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
Sophia, which one of these is yours?
Bring them all.
Perfetto.
Okay.
It just shows up there holding, like, all these scrolls. Sophia, I did not know which one was yours, so I brought you them all.
exit from the escape zone.
There doesn't seem to be anything to grab onto, but whatever.
That one? Oh, that's a different design. Is that a Turkish ship?
It must be. I can't really tell what kind of a ship it is at this point. It looks like... Hang on. I might actually be able to identify this. This is a... I think it's a sloop. It doesn't have any square rigged sails, so it is not a brig.
So what you're saying is it might have slooped your mind.
Yeah.
We're all night, folks. You can't stop me.
No one can stop you.
Anyway, I've exhausted all my knowledge of the Ottoman Empire now.
I've ended up very far from my objective. I guess I need to go back to her workshop. Let's see. Treasure chest up here somewhere. They like to hide treasure chests like in and around little low bushes so that you don't really see it. They don't want you to have money in this game. Oh. I didn't even know that guy was there.
Well, I guess with all like money mechanics in the game, like the rent and whatnot, they don't want you to like completely render them irrelevant by giving you tons of money.
I mean, it still happens over time. It just takes longer.
It's not immediate.
I think that's part of the issue with this game is that it did introduce a bunch of new stuff, which feels a bit superfluous sometimes. But it also feels like they took a lot of the mechanics from Brotherhood, which were decent enough, but they kind of just made them longer. Like all the real estate stuff takes longer. It feels like it takes longer to get a decent amount of money. And for that reason, the game feels more like a grind, I guess.
Alright, so what do people of Assassin's Creed? The assassination missions? No. The grind.
Oh no, look at the damage. Did they use this to fight off pirates?
No, but I did.
Well, so far so good. Ah, beautiful, no? This is a print of a map by Martin Walsemüller. See here? The new lands, described by Messer Amerigo Vespucci.
Or Cristoforo Colombo. History has a strange way of unfolding.
My God.
What do you make of this body of
Discovered
water?
Antarctica.
A new ocean, perhaps. Most of the scholars I know claim the size of the globe has been underestimated.
Incredibile. The more we learn about the world, the less we seem to know. Well, you honored your promise. Here is mine fulfilled. If we are correct, this should show you the location of the first book. I must admit, my head is swimming with the prospect of seeing these books. This is knowledge the world has lost, and must have again. Perhaps I could print a few copies to distribute myself. A small run of 50 or so, that should be enough. Perché ridi?
Forgive me. It is a joy to see someone with a passion so personal and noble. It is inspiring.
Goodness, where is this coming from?
Grazie, Sofia. I will return.
I think I remember the reason why I don't remember anything about this game. And it's because there's like 3 different plot lines going on, and none of them really seem to like intersect with each other that much. And
So it's just
there's not a lot of coherence just overall. So it all just kind of blends together, and I forget what is what.
So going back a bit, they mentioned like this is something about the miscalculated the world. That's kind of falls into like the Columbus knew the Earth wasn't flat myth, which is like people at this point in time had known how like the Earth was flat and that the Earth was round, and that and they also knew the size of the Earth for like over 1,000 years at this point. Christopher Columbus just fucked up the math, so he thought the Earth was smaller than it actually was, and that he could therefore he could make the journey.
I think that's... I kind of thought that's what they were saying.
Oh, well, they said they were underestimated the size of the world. Well, but everyone had the assumption correct. It was just Columbus who was underestimating it.
Well, they did say, poor him.
Yeah.
Didn't Columbus also think that the world was like... He didn't think it was flat, but he thought it was like pear-shaped for some reason.
Maybe.
Donut-shaped. Like all the old Final Fantasy games. I cannot afford the Hagia Sophia.
Just buy everything.
If I saved all my money, then I could afford it, potentially.
Can we get like a full list of potential properties Ezio can own at the end of the series?
That would be interesting. It would basically just be everything in Brotherhood in this game. Because you can't own anything in the second one, sadly.
We need to get like Ezio to like all the world, like Alexandria, Baghdad.
Owns it all.
Whatever. I think Beijing had a different name at this point in history. Just owns everything. Ezio goes to China and buys the Forbidden City.
Ezio. Just stop.
Can't stop him. Ezio buys the Garden of Eden. He finds some like of those like I can't remember what the aliens are called, but he finds like one of their like space stations, buys it.
What were they called?
I don't remember. I keep wanting to call them Forerunners, but I know that's not it.
Okay, let's go through names. Precursors, is that it?
Precursors.
No, that's Jak and Daxter.
Okay.
That's a lot of things.
Oh.
It might be Precursors too.
All right.
I mean, I know them. I know them by name. Like they're.
What were they called in Mass Effect? Was it also Precursors?
No. Mass Effect was Protheans.
Right, but didn't they have like a weird specific? Okay.
Might have been Forerunners. No, Forerunners is Halo.
I almost want to say for a second they're great old ones.
That's a different franchise.
That would be this a very different franchise, and I kind of want to see it.
There's a fragment there.
All right, to the wiki.
But yeah, I know like who the space characters are in Assassin's Creed by name, because they're the Greek gods.
Okay, according to the wiki, they're called the Isu, or something.
I feel like that has not been revealed to us yet.
Well, oh no, I've ruined the series, guys. I'm sorry.
Not that it matters that much, but
it's ruined now.
There's like, if you added up all the modern day gameplay from all the games, you'd end up with like 6 hours. Maybe.
Also, kind of bothers me they just look like normal humans.
Yeah.
Well, isn't their explanation that humans look like them?
True, but they could have like kind of a
Does
crazy.
it bother you from a lore standpoint or just from an aesthetic standpoint?
Aesthetic. You can make like reasons for them to look like humans. I just feel like if you're gonna go full aliens, go full aliens.
Now I'm curious if Origins reveals that, because we know that, the human-looking gods of antiquity were actual alien beings. Does that mean, like, the animal-headed Egyptian gods were legit.
That's interesting.
Some of them decided not to have human faces. Wanted to be a cool jackal man instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just saw, like, on the wiki, they had, like, a video playing in the corner, like, the wiki, whatever, small 4 videos. And they had showed a brief cut out of, like, whatever the film of last game was.
Oh,
That
Cesare.
Cesare?
Yeah.
And it looked like he was sniffing, he pulled out his sword and started sniffing it. From the brief cut they had.
I mean...
Like, they cut out before you could see what he was actually doing, but look, he drove his sword and brought it to his face, and it looked like he was he was just sniffing it.
Yeah, it's not really that out of character.
But, yeah. Also, I just remember there was a Final Fantasy crossover with Origins. Wasn't there?
Maybe. I don't
If I
remember.
recall, you could, like, ride a chocobo or something.
It's definitely possible.
I know FF15 has had a lot of weird crossovers.
Did it happen? Yes, it did happen.
Oh man, incredibly realistic chocobo.
You can ride this chocobo?
But do you want to?
So, at what point does Geralt of Riviera get in here?
Rivia. Geralt of Riviera would be a completely different guy.
Challenges, I don't know, the protagonist of that game to a round of Gwent.
I mean, at this point, like, I would not. We've had Witcher. He's in Soul Calibur and Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I probably should have played Monster Hunter during that crossover event, but I just.
I don't think it was on PC.
Oh, I thought it was, but I've just been. Sorry.
I mean, at least when I just the console, because they're like weirdly out of sync.
Oh.
I thought they got in sync, but yeah, I've played like 160 hours of that game, so I'm kind of like burnt out on it.
Yeah.
Great game. I've just played so much of it, and I can't find the motivation to come back.
Uh-oh.
Also, I apologize. I've completely lost the plot of what we're doing.
We're still just
it was-
finding the books and the keys.
Yeah, the Witcher 3 stuff was just on PS4 and Xbox,
Oh.
and it's out on PC at a later unspecified date.
Okay, I thought they had synchronized the two of them.
Nope, I think they did it for like the, events, like the holiday events. Not this one.
I still don't understand how that doesn't just like completely dislocate Ezio's arm when he does that.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of funny watching you, not take fall damage by grappling onto something when like you're subjecting your body to more forces than you would if you landed on your feet.
Yeah.
Kind of tucked and rolled.
I guess I should have climbed around the rope.
So yeah, I'm looking at that crossover thing right now. It's a crossover with Final Fantasy 15 specifically.
Yeah, like I said, 15. I mean, Noctis is in Tekken 7. I swear there were other weird crossovers they did.
Oh God! I thought it was a full chocobo. They just made a camel chocobo. It's horrifying.
That's a ripoff. Give me full chocobo or no chocobo. No chocobo.
You think you can ride
I guess.
this chocobo?
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to have to animate like a new bipedal riding animal instead of just being able to modify their four-legged ones.
I guess.
Well, the counterpoint is if you're gonna go full out and go in with this nonsense, go full out. Make whatever that protagonist's name ride a chocobo. And give him magic. I don't know.
Everybody should have magic. Hey Ezio, how come you don't have magic?
Yeah, you're right. Ezio doesn't have magic. What a shitty protagonist. Geralt has magic. Ezio, what are you gonna do if Geralt shows up? Geralt, I should pronounce things correctly.
I have not played those games.
I've played part of the second one and part of the third one.
I remember I tried playing the first one quite a while ago, and that was after it had been out for a while, and it didn't really age very well.
Yeah, at the time I heard like Witcher 1 was pretty bad combat-wise, but Witcher 3 combat-wise is actually really good. It's good.
Yeah. Witcher 1, I played a bit of it. I liked, some of the story, but I didn't get very far into it because it felt kind of like playing in an MMO alone.
Yeah.
I think I've put like 60 hours into Witcher 3, but just such a huge game. How much did I play Witcher 3? I've played 55 hours of Witcher 3. I don't even think I'm close to the end though, because it was not even close to the end, because it's just a fucking massive game.
Yeah, after Yakuza 0, I'm taking a break from long games.
I haven't played it in like over a year, but
Third of the way through Birth by Sleep, y'all.
Hooray!
And I've got the rest of Birth by Sleep recoded to watch, and then everything on the 2.8 disc, and then I can actually play Kingdom Hearts 3. So I've learned nothing from this conversation.
Well, let's see.
Put Geralt in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
The keychain is just the tub. I don't know much about The Witcher.
So it's about this guy named Geralt who's super into this card game called Gwent.
They're like made to have no emotion or something, but I guess they do anyway.
So I guess like some actual lore is like basically it's this very it's a very dark
disease.
Yeah, it's a very dark series. A lot of anachronism and
I like the rock trolls.
But basically, like there's these Witcher orders who are like these guys who take some mutations and then it lets them live like super long and like be very strong and take like chemical concoctions that would kill a normal person, and they just hunt monsters.
Yeah.
The protagonist Geralt is a Witcher, and life sucks. Like they really do go all in that series with like depicting medieval life somewhat accurately. Like you can generally like tell like someone's station by like how they talk. Like the peasants like act like peasants.
I know there's big monster boys with
The
rocks
schnozberries
growing
smell like
out of their back.
schnozberries.
They're fun. Is it weird that when you said that, the first thing that popped into my head was fuck Willy Wonka?
I don't. I mean,
in response to what?
The Schnozberry thing. That's where that's from, that line.
Yeah. I don't know what specific beef you have with Willy Wonka, but he's done a lot of things that deserve it, so.
Actually, I guess.
So what was that, Zara? We talked over you trying to talk about things on topic by berating a beloved character.
Again, we found a book and it led us to another key, so now we have 2 keys. I did a bunch of
very
parkour.
Uncharted sequence.
Yeah.
If only we were playing as Desmond during that.
And yeah, you're right. We could have played as Desmond, and then we could have had awkward dialogue with. Oh.
Yeah.
What was her name? Nicole?
God, I don't even remember anymore.
It's nice to know she left a lasting impact on us.
God, what was her name? I keep wanting to say Claire, but I know that's not it. Lucy.
That's it.
Her name was Lucy. She's dead now.
I kind of wonder if we're going to see Desmond haunted by, like, Lucy ghosts in this game. They're trapped in the Animus, but then it occurred to me, like, no one cares about Desmond, even the writers.
Basically. Well, Desmond does get a little bit more screen time in the next game. It feels like they're kind of like, okay, maybe we should actually make him do something.
Alternative compromise. Ezio is haunted by the ghost of Lucy and doesn't know what's going on.
A bit old to carry on like that, no?
Anyway, we got a couple of keys to Massif. We've got 3 more to find, plus some more political intrigue to go through. I think that's a good place to stop for the night.
Yeah.
Next time we have another Altair memory, right?
Yeah, we should be coming up on one pretty soon, and I really like the Altair memories. They go to kind of interesting places.
But yeah, I kind of see what you're saying about like the game's like plot not being that memorable, because it does feel like we're doing like one plot's Indiana Jones. I don't even know where this Ottoman plot's going.
It's just kind of all over the place, unfortunately. Oh well.
And weren't we supposed to be killing people?
Not really. I mean, it's the search for the keys is what basically brought us to Constantinople.
It's interesting that both of the, talk to the dead guy and the void segments we've got so far were not Ezio.
No.
Yeah, like, it's just, I'll never get over this just because I was introduced to this series, like, the advertising as played as an assassin who seeks out his targets, and that's, like, one of the lower priority things in the series.
Yeah,
Basically.
After the first one, they really...
They get back to it a bit more in the third game, and then they get away from it again in the fourth game. So it comes and goes.
I understand at some point you become a pirate.
That would be the fourth one.
Ah, nice.
Assassin's Creed 4, we have seriously lost track of what we were doing.
Yeah. There was a post I read somewhere that somebody said Assassin's Creed 4 plays like a game that is trying its hardest to get away from being an Assassin's Creed game. And that is the most true statement I've ever read.
Assassin's Creed 4, they won't let us make a different game.
Basically. Except, well, then they did. They made Skull and Bones, which looks exactly like it. So.
Is that out yet?
No,
Oh.
literally nothing else exists other than like the 2 trailers they released at E3.
Wasn't that a while ago?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago, maybe going on 3 now.
Well, that's not a good sign.
No, it isn't.
Bum, bum, bum.
Anyway, until next time, thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.